how is actually a sonic identity created in the first place? Because it's not just a sound logo, it's an entire, I guess, right? Because you have, with visuals, you have this house style approach, and is it similar in sound?
Actually exactly the same.
Oh, it's exactly the same.
I would say if you would do a project for a client for a visual identity, if you have all the information you need for that visual identity and you're a composer, you can create the audio identity for the company. Because the input for audio is just the same. It's the brand identity. And if you know what the characteristics are of the brand, you know, what's actually the feel of the brand, what's the brand voice, what's the what do you want to communicate? Then a designer would make a logo out of it, and a composer would make a sound out of it.
Can you walk me through an example?
So, for example, if we were making an audio identity for a company, we would start out with a session, it's actually kind of an interview, but we try to make it more like a conversation.
Okay, hold on. You made the sonic identity for us.
Yeah.
So, because I have to be honest with you, I don't recall what you actually asked me, or I might have not even.
I don't think we did the exact structure as we regularly would.
Okay.
But it's also because, you know, we share an office.
Yeah, you see me every day.
So we see each other every day. We talk about it.
Yeah.
Just in between.
Right.
And
but if that had not been the case,
if that would not have been the case,
what would you have done?
Sat down.
Yeah.
And talked about your brand.
Okay.
To start with.
And now keep in mind, I don't think a lot of people even understand the concept of a brand.
No, there's actually the term a brand is actually pretty vague, and what is a brand? It can be the physical thing, of course, the product.
Yeah.
It can also be the
name,
associations,
logo,
the name, or the visuals, or whatever comes with it.
Okay.
So we talk about your company and mostly about what do you want to communicate and how do you want to communicate it. Okay. And of course, before that, why is it that what you want to do and what you want to say to your customers or to your audience or whatever. And I think you can compare it to just to a person. How would your brand look like? What does it look like when it would be a person? What would his character be? What would he look like? What would he wear?
So you're trying to kind of psychoanalyze a personality profile, almost.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
And I think most agencies also do that when they create visual identity.
At least they should, right? At least they should.
And the second part is not the identity of the brand, but to who are you actually talking? The audience or your customers or whatever kind of company you have. And that's the second important part, because if you're this really rebellious company and you're trying to break all the rules, but your customers are actually the type, your product is focused on people who are looking for security, safety.
Let's say bankers.
Bankers, whatever. Yeah, then there might be quite a mismatch, and I actually don't think your business is going to work out.
Right, right. Yeah.
But so you also need to know the customer's end of the chain.
Yeah.
How is he going to receive communications? How does he want to receive communications? And try to understand a bit more of the customer on the other end. So if you have this information, we always actually try to characterize a brand. Like we use archetypes for this.
Yeah.
Is that the English word also?
Yeah.
Archetypes.
Yeah. Archetypes.
So we actually try to say, okay, this brand is this type of a personality.
Right.
And based on that, you look at, okay, so if that would be sound, if this is the product, if this is his personality, if this is the way he communicates over these channels, you can think about, okay, what would that sound like? And what kind of sounds do you actually need for it?
Right.
And then you start deciding like, okay, which sounds do I actually need? How long of a sound, for which purposes? How should they be used? And then you start actually creating those sounds.